Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do what am I here? Why am I here? I'm here to do a reading for Virgo in all placements, my fellow Virgos. This is going to be this. I have morning brain, pretty bad apparently. This is going to be for you and the person you are dealing with. It's general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember that roles can be reversed, so apply it as it fits, because of course you know your story best. And I'm going to start with my angelic messenger cards. Pick one for each of you, and then we'll dive into the main spread. This is probably going to be longer than my usual readings because this spread just seems to take longer. So keep that in mind. If you're not looking for a longer reading, this may not be for you right now. Jojo made it. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I so appreciate it. Okay. So to begin, on your side, we have passion, number 10. Passion. I like that. On your person's side, we've got courage, number 28, which also reduces to a 10. Both reduce to a 1. New beginning here. Well, we'll see. So far, so good. I'm gonna, if I can grab them, I'm gonna grab, start. What am I doing? Use my black deck. And then I'll clarify. So here, let's create a little more space. Space is limited around here. Okay. Who is this person you're dealing with? Who's this person Virgo's dealing with? Ooh, we've got the star. Aquarian energy. This person could have Aquarius in their chart. What does this person want? Death. Scorpio energy. They want to transform. They want to close out a cycle. Something. What happened in the past? 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Current energy is the 10 of Cups. That's a nice turnaround. How does this person see you? Page of Cups. What does this person want you to know? The Fool. What's hidden? What's hidden that you don't see? 10 of Wands. Yikes, we've got so many 10s here. Wow. There's a major ending. All the 10s plus death, not all the 10s, but a bunch of 10s plus death. Definitely a major ending. And I didn't even ask. Let me shuffle. How do you feel about this person? 3 of Swords. What are their next actions? Temperance. Sagittarian energy. Potential outcome. Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. I like that. Yeah, so maybe you work with this person. Maybe you've been collaborating on some kind of project. There's there's teamwork here. There's, kind of working on being on the same page, or maybe you just naturally are. Anyway, just making sure. I feel like I want to use my good tarot deck to clarify this. So who this person is, we have the star clarified by the messenger of water. Transformation, that's the death card. Lucky number 13. and love. This person, there's somebody who they may naturally work towards their dreams. They have goals that, they're always striving to reach, to attain. Or there could be something specific that they're looking at. This is somebody who they've got a lot of love to give. They they embody a feeling of uh, an energy of love. They could definitely have some Scorpio in their chart, water signs in general, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Um, there's somebody who they're naturally, it's like they're naturally inclined to be in a relationship. Some people are the what is it called? They're forever the bachelor or the bachelorette. They don't really care about relationships so much. They're more about doing their own thing, their friends, whatever. This person, it's like they're always looking for that, I don't know, that ideal partnership. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is not necessarily about a romantic uh, situation. Who we're talking about here. This could be anybody. This is anybody in your energy. So it can be a friend, family member, colleague, boss, next door neighbor. so, but yeah, it's like this person just they've got a sweetness about them, and they like to have a partner in crime. They like to have somebody who they can lean on, who's there, when they're tired, when they're sad. There's a they like having that mutual support. This person, they could be a natural agent of change. They could just naturally like to change things up in their life, in their environment. If things aren't working, they're kind of, yeah, like they have these goals, and it feels like they're constantly striving to improve things. And and they could also be at a point in their life where they are transforming on a fundamental level. They're discovering magic in their life, in their world. They're discovering, it's like they're gaining a new understanding of the word magic, what that means. um they could have, because this messenger of water is here, they could have a lot of admirers, a lot of people who make them offers, who have sweet feelings for them. They just naturally draw people in. But they're not seduced by just anybody, because they may be an idealist. They have an understanding of the ultimate person, the ultimate job, the ultimate whatever situation, they've got their attention on, or they put their attention on. And it keeps coming to me, this person, because we're asking who are they? It could be a wish for fulfillment for you. But anyway, what do they want? They want death. Clarified by the Hanged Man, that's Pisces. Seven of Water. And the 10 of Air. So we've got this is the 10 of Swords. We've got that now twice. Um yeah. They maybe they've maybe they've spent a lot of time alone, or maybe circumstances in their life kind of force them to have to pull back from a certain goal, from something they were really working towards. Ooh, Veronica Martinez. Yay. Thanks for being here. Something happened where they've maybe they've gained a new perspective, or they're working on gaining a new perspective. Uh they're looking at all the different options. They're dreaming about, again, they have this idealistic energy. They're fantasizing about the different directions they could go, what they truly want, making that list of like, here's the ideal, again, ideal person situation. And they're letting something go while they're doing this, or they're coming to the understanding that it's time to release something or someone. And because of who they are, they definitely have this kind of gentle, sweet energy. They're not somebody who just, you know, they're not very harsh and suddenly like, let's say they decide that they don't want a certain person in their life anymore. They don't just kick them to the curb and be like, yeah, see you later, no explanation. They're very very graceful with how they move from one cycle into the next one. But ultimately, they want they want a major change, they want transformation in their life, and they're closing out, they very much want to close out a cycle with someone or in some situation. So, what happened in the past is the 10 of Swords. Again, we have this, they could have been betrayed. Let me clarify first. We've got the Empress. Um Venus was going to come out. Yeah, Venus energy, Taurus and Libra. The Ace of Fire and the Ace of Earth. Okay. I'm going to venture to say that you are the Empress. This could also, they could be the Empress to you. I feel like, yeah, you two, you two met, you reconnected. However, yeah, you know, however you ended up in each other's lives. I'm going to call you the Empress for argument's sake. Um, they met you, and you were all the things. You checked all the boxes. You know, intuitive, uh, very, very. Let's see if I can unpack my adjectives here. Oh, Redbeard made it! Yay! Perfect timing. Um, Empress, like someone who's very abundant, who is very comfortable in their own skin, uh, very attractive, has a lot of people, like a lot of people are drawn to her, drawn to you. Just this very sweet, um, kind of divine feminine energy. And there's this desire for a passionate new beginning, but also one that's tangible and based in reality, something that is worth building. Um, and yeah, it was like, oh my God, this meeting you opened their eyes and they were like, oh, this is a partnership that's worth working on. Like I feel like you you match that ideal that they've had probably their whole life. And maybe they thought they would never find that. And you come on the scene and they're just like, what? Two aces. And so this caused them to realize they needed to be done. Maybe they were dealing with somebody, or people in general who betrayed them or stabbed them in the back. Maybe they just they were letting something linger, some kind of situation where meeting you was like, oh, it's time to walk away. It's time to completely let this go. So currently we have the 10 of cups, clarified by the 3 of fire, the 2 of air, and the 3 of water. Oops. um it's like, hmm it feels like, if we're talking about this person here, this could also be you. Again, apply it as it fits, but it's like, again, for argument's sake, I'm going to say this person, let's say, yes, you guys met, you connected, and they're deciding to take action, but they they there's a need to be patient because they're still dealing with something or somebody else, and they understand that they need to decisively choose how to proceed. Maybe they're in a stalemate with someone that can make it tricky to end something, especially because of how this person is. They may not like conflict, and so and they're not the type to just be like, "Ah, forget you, I'm leaving." Like they want to um like they have this certain amount of integrity where they want to smooth things over. They don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And so if somebody's like being really stubborn, they're like, okay, how can we work with this? They're not just like, okay, fine, F you. And so um they're working on this so that they can come towards you with some kind of offer of friendship. Let's get together. Let's let's celebrate, let's have a good time, because what they ultimately want is long-term emotional happiness and success. It feels very much like a love reading. But again, it doesn't have to be. There's this desire to become a family, to bring family back together, to establish um a stronger friendship, to even date, to just be like, "Hey, let's go out and get to know one another." They enjoy your company. but they're yeah, they're stuck, and they know they have to be patient in order to work out something else. Could all yeah. I mean, 3 of water, that can be a third party situation, like, love triangle kind of thing. But I really get that they see that being around you has the potential to bring a lot of like happiness, celebration, harmony into their life. Yeah. So how they see you is the Page of Cups. Ooh, Rachel Hillard. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Air. This is how they see you. The the Two of Water and Temptation. Oh, that's interesting. That's the Devil card in other decks. They see you as someone who maybe you're really good at communicating. You're good with your words. Queen of Swords is a wordsmith. Um, you may have you may have a thing for owls in particular, but birds, animals in general. They see you as somebody who is you're a perfect match for them. And they feel like yeah, like two fish in a pond. uh, but for some reason, they feel they could worry that you're too good to be true, that if they indulge in this, that it's going to cause them to feel bad, maybe like what they've experienced in the past. They could also just feel really strongly like once you two come together, they're not going to be able to help themselves. And they're just going to want to like be around you all the time, um, kind of lose sight of their other goals and dreams. Um, that you're going to cause them some kind of pain. However, you have this kind of again, we have this communication. Like they really like how you communicate. You have kind of a there's this fun playfulness about you, this childlike optimism. You They see you as somebody who you do think you stand out from the crowd. You do things differently. This page has a fish in the cup. Like, okay, that's a little different. It's not something you would fully expect. And it kind of looks like the page and the fish are kind of communicating. Like again, there's something here about animals, fishes and birds. um, but yeah, something you're different than what they've experienced before. What you talk about, what you have to offer is so unusual, is so outside of their understanding, um, what they've experienced up to this point, and that intrigues them, especially because they feel this strong soul bond with you. So, what they want you to know is the Fool, clarified by the Two of Earth, the Eight of Air, and the Nine of Earth. This person is very dedicated to their work. They probably do something that they really love. That you know it makes me think of that saying, when you do what you love, you don't work another day in your life. So their job, their work takes, or their profession, whatever they do, takes a lot of their energy and time. And so they could struggle with balancing that and their personal life because they put so much into that. But they're gaining a new understanding. They're getting some kind of clarity on that, getting a new perspective. Again, we have this new perspective. Um, it's like the word consummate bachelor keeps coming to mind. They are they're somebody who they're very self-reliant. They know how to build up um their wealth, their abundance. They could have been single for a long time, just focusing on themselves. But in the face of this new understanding, they're realizing they want a new beginning. They want to take a leap of faith towards you, even though it feels risky. There's something in them that doesn't care because you fit the bill so well. And it's almost like they want to just let everything else go and just dive in despite any fear they might feel. And I say fear because they're so used to doing things on their own for themselves. And somehow you coming into the mix. You're so loving and giving and kind and nurturing. She's got that plant in her hands. They want to nurture this. They've been focusing on nurturing themselves. Now they want to dive in and start nurturing this connection. So what's hidden from you, what you don't know is the 10 of wands clarified by the queen of water, the ace of air, and the king of earth. They've been dealing with somebody who maybe they have water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Um who has a lot to offer, who's also, quite nurturing and intuitive, um emotionally balanced. But they're queen and you're the empress. You're the next step. You're above and beyond. And they're understanding that this connection, maybe it was a kind of a more karmic connection. They learned some things from this person, but ultimately they there were some things that were missing. And I feel like they embody this king of earth. By the way, gender doesn't matter in tarot. It's just energy. So like everybody has the masculine and feminine energies within them. So this can be anybody. But I feel like this person, they realize that they settled for somebody that wasn't quite at their level, or maybe for a time was, but there was some kind of karmic situation Not even necessarily bad in any way, but there was just, it was like fated so that some lessons could be learned. And this person ultimately ended up feeling burdened by this connection. This person could have Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they're letting. I feel like they're letting this go in order to have a new beginning. It could also be where they see you as this queen of water because the two of them are facing. So, it's like wanting a new beginning, wanting to release a burden, some person, some situation that's been weighing them down so that they can fly with you. That's another scenario. So, take it as it resonates. Um, how you feel about this person is the Three of Swords, clarified by the Six of Water, the Nine of Fire, and the Four of Earth. Okay, something happened. There's this feeling of loss, of yearning. This is maybe somebody that you knew in the past, that you knew in childhood or something. And look at her. She's holding her belly, just looking like she's in a lot of pain. And this card is so interesting because down here the reflection is not her. The reflection down here, this person has her hands clasped over her heart. So it's like you feel like you're trying to hang on to your personal power and mend your heart at the same time. You feel very cautious and uncertain about this person. Maybe they have fire in their chart. Um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Something happened and you're yearning, but then you're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know about who I'm dealing with here. And you're protecting yourself. You're focusing on your what's important to you, holding that close because this person hurt you in some way. So their next actions, we have Temperance. Again, that's Sagittarius, clarified by the Four of Water. Didn't we have that? No, we didn't. Okay. Um, the Hierophant, uh, Taurus, Taurus, I think, and the King of Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So their next actions have to do with this contemplative energy that they've been in. They're looking, you know, they're fantasizing, they're trying this on, they're imagining what it would be like with you. They could see you as someone who's very spiritual or spiritually minded. They could be um creating like this situation, meeting you, whatever they're letting go. This could be causing some kind of spiritual awakening for them. Maybe they're developing some kind of spiritual practice um, as a way to help ground them, help guide them. Because what ultimately what they're doing, and yeah, and also here, this is marriage. Like maybe they're strategizing how to, if this is romantic, they're strategizing how to make some kind of um, offer to you or communicate that they want a higher level of commitment with you. But yeah, it's like, oh, and wait, sorry, hang on. Didn't we have the, no, maybe we didn't. Okay. Sorry. Um, it's like, yeah, they want to come forward with some kind of very truthful, honest communication. Maybe maybe they want to ask for your advice, or they're coming in, yeah, again with this kind of from a more spiritual perspective. Maybe that they know that that's how they have to approach you. There's all this waiting and non-action. Waiting and non-action. They're trying to find the balance. They're trying to figure out the best way to come forward. How to come correct. Um so I don't know. It might take a little time for this person to actually act. Their next actions are all internal, potentially. So the potential outcome here, we have the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the 5 of air, the Magician, there's you and Gemini energy, and the Fool again. There may be some conflict that arises when they do come forward, but this feels like kind of navigating that in a very graceful way. You two kind of handling whatever comes up very adeptly, um, because I feel like this person, at least I get the sense that this magician, because it is you do have feelings for this person, even though there's some kind of heartbreak here. You feel very strongly for them. You miss them. And you two, I think, are kind of both manifesting each other. Word of the day, adeptly. I was just thinking, is that a word? um, but yeah, again, there's this sense of just like going for it. Like maybe you have an initial conversation and you're able to pretty quickly work things out and get on the same page. And it's just like, all right, we're going for this. Maybe you two both enjoy playing music together, or maybe one of you is a musician and decides to play for the other one, or maybe music is just really important to you and or them. But there's this sense of both of you being able and willing to put in the effort to really grow this into something substantial. The Queen of Pentacles, she's the master gardener. She knows how to take that seed and turn it into the bountiful harvest. Um, it's about knowing when to put in the effort and knowing when to step back and let nature take its course. It's about nurturing. Maybe one or both of you have kids. Again, we had that whole family thing going on there. So maybe it's about merging families. Maybe it's just that, yeah, like could be like your kids are the same age, and you love like you two love hanging out together with your kids or something. But there's definitely like a let's try this. Let's go for this. Um, let's nurture this because it's really important to both of you. Yeah. Endings and beginnings. That's a big theme here. And so I no, here. I'm going to pick some cards from the Wisdom of Avalon. We've got the Frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. Perception, yep. And protection. And what are those numbers? Answer to life, the universe, and everything. And 38. 5, 6, 11. So yeah, there's this progression. It's like, one or both of you is kind of doing the shadow work, cleaning up your internal world, cleaning up your external world, um, gaining, and that's helping to gain a new perspective, because when you literally clean up your physical world, that has a huge effect on your mind, your emotions. And the same can go in the opposite direction too. As you work on kind of dealing with your own stuff, you kind of become inspired to clean up and beautify your outer world. It's all connected. And so there's been all this time spent waiting, gaining that new perspective, holding back because of wanting to protect the integrity of this connection. And to make, like, and again, and because we had some self-protection come up here earlier, like, for you, you want to make damn sure that this person isn't going to break your heart again. You could be in this very protective energy, but I think with this perspective shift and perception change, I think this person, the two of you you're going to find that common ground. You're going to know this person has shifted energetically because you are so intuitive. It's going to it's going to feel right in a way it didn't before. Yeah. Maybe you're going to go on a trip. Go to the forest or go to the ocean or both. But yeah, um it's heading in a good direction. It's just divine timing is at play here basically. So yeah. Oh, and to bring it back around, you had passion, they have courage, or you have passion. So yeah, you you do want this to work out. There's passion here and there is love. And I think this person is building up their courage to approach you, to come correct this time, to end the old cycle so that you can have a new one. All right, there it is. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.